Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what I'm talking about. Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Teacher's pet, you gonna call teacher's pet? No? No, this is that. They really do. You gotta watch out your friends. Commercials. Anybody know how to commercial control you or marketing? Anybody know how that works?
There's 3 things they use. They use scare tactics.
Scare tactics?
What? Language arts. Okay.
Exactly. That's one way that they control you in the media and marketing through commercials. Is scare tactics. What's another way?
Oh yeah.
If you don't have it, you're not cool.
Exactly. Making you feel like you have to have it.
Bandwagon people.
Bandwagon people. Now, the idea of the way it works in marketing and advertisement to control you, they keep giving you this image and this thought, and they plant it in your head, and then you feel like you have to do it. They show you the latest commercial, the latest tennis shoes, Nikes, or the latest soft drink. They'll tell you, good to the last drop, something like that. And they try to get in your head because they want to get in here. And when that influence goes from the external to inside of you, guess what? They not control you. You go to the store, and guess what you end up doing? You end up buying. And then after you buy, guess what you realize?
It's not as good as it was.
It's not as good as it was, and the satisfaction is not there. But guess what happened? They actually control you. Another controller would be what? We talk about Satan, the enemy, the devil, seeks to control you. Your bosses and your supervisors, they're going to control you. Because if they can't, they're going to get rid of you. Your parents don't really want control as much as they want what? Obedience. Obedience. We don't want to control you. We're looking for obedience. Girlfriends and boyfriends. Since you don't have any, I guess I shouldn't discuss that, huh? You say you don't have, but one day you will. You have one, Malik, right? Okay, here's the deal, seriously. When you talk about girlfriends and boyfriends, you're talking about people you have a relationship with, and they maybe not want to control you, but to some degree they do want you to love them, so they'll do things to make you stay in love with them or like them. That is a form of control. It is. You got to understand it is a form of control. Now, here is the big S word. What do you think the S word, and you can't curse, the S word is what?
Sovereign.
Sovereign. Now, how does sovereign apply to our presentation? I'm not sure. What's the S word? Sex. He said the S word is sex. Anybody else want to guess what S word I'm about to talk about?
Society.
Society. Absolutely not. What S word am I talking about? Now think about the lesson. We're talking about submission because we're talking about authority. So therefore the S word would have to be submission because you have to learn to what? Here's the S. It's not forceful submission. This is what you think about when you think about submission. Think about it. It's in MMA. That is a submission hold right there. It's called a rear naked choke. And you get in that position right there, you will submit. They call it tapping out. They call it, when you've had enough, you go, let me out of it. That means you're submitting. That means you're losing. But we're not talking about that. We're not talking about forceful submission. We're talking about this kind of submission. Willingness, we're talking about cooperation, guys. What we're talking about is that in order for you to make good decisions, you're going to have to learn how to cooperate with authority. Because if you reject authority, you're going to make bad decisions. You say, Bernard, you know what? This is maybe a little bit more than we can understand. And why am I getting this at age 14 or 17? Why do I need this information? I want to tell you something. You're going to get in trouble without it. The worst thing you can be in life, the worst thing you can do in life, Ms. Victoria, is to not respect authority. You will never be successful in life without it. It's everywhere you go, it's there. And if you don't learn to say, I can understand, appreciate, respect authority, you're going to get yourself in trouble. You think it's just nothing. You think, oh, we're just here on a Saturday morning going to this presentation. I tend to believe this way about life. From a divine perspective, that God prepares you. And so your presence here today tells me there's a challenge that's going to come before you real soon that's going to prove that this was necessary. You're going to have to take some tests in life real soon, gentlemen, ladies, Ms. Victoria, that this is going to help you through it. I'm telling you, you got to understand. I talk to prisoners all the time, and they always tell me this here. If I had another chance, I would do it different. What they're simply saying is if I had it to do it again, I would make a different choice. But I'm going to show you today just how powerful you are. You have so much power that you don't even know about. We're going to show you some real power. The results of misuse of authority. People become fearful, intimidation, distrust, suspicious. That's the problem with young people today. They don't trust because to some degree, Maybe we in authority, maybe we have abused our authority, maybe we haven't earned your trust. But when you abuse it, I guess you do lose trust. People become suspicious, becomes a lot of friction, become anger. Now, if you reject authority and you're angry, what is you more likely to do when you're angry when it comes to decision making? Impulsive, you're going to make the wrong decision every time. So therefore, if you are angry at the authority, I guarantee you're going to make the wrong decision. How many of you have been angry with your parents? How many of you angry with your parents today for bringing you here? Hey, you better keep your hand down. He's like, I don't really want to do that. Okay. At first, you were angry? Give me a cup of water, Malik. Give me a bottle of water. So you, but honestly, were you angry when your father told you were coming here?
I was more tired.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I understand.
Is that the third
But
one?
then the misuse of that is people protest. People protest when people misuse authority and people rebel. We talk about rebelling. Do we see that happening right now in this country?
Syria,
Syria? Where else? Where else you see it happen?
Middle East.
Middle East? Where else? Where else? Local, yeah. Gangs? That's rebellion. Kids running away from home? That's rebellion. Why? Because they hate authority. Do you really like authority? Say it again.
No.
No. Are you going to learn to love it though? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. It's either yes or yes, sir. That's how we roll, right? Okay, we're going to get to the good stuff now. The benefits of authority. When you obey authority, this is one thing you have. You have some order. You have order in your home. Things are much more organized in your life. You have maximum productivity. When you obey authority, you can produce more because what the authority will work with you. It's the same thing. My son asked me, Dad, can I get a couple of dollars from you? My next question is, did you do what I tell you to do? Did you follow my instructions? No. Well, you can't. I'm not helping you. I'm not giving you my money and have you disobey me. But let me ask you a question. Isn't it that way with God when the word in the Bible? We do what we want to do, then we ask God to bless us. And you know, church folks, people go to church are real funny like this here. They disobey God when they get in trouble. The first thing they want to do is pray, right? But isn't that like a parent saying, clean your room? You tell your dad, I'm not cleaning my room. Then you go, Dad, I need some money. The dad is like, really? You disobey me, but you want me to provide for you? If you disobey your parents, you should not go to them and ask them for money. Exactly. Their car coming when you improve it in obedience. In fact, the car comes. It'll show up. It shows up the more you obey. And it's true with God. The more you obey God, the more blessings come to you. You get maximum productivity in life. Protection,